Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Deluxe Machine Hoodie and Houdini Ghost Icon set. This is a unique release because it's essentially combining the two gimmicks going on right now at the time, which is Icons and the Ghost Change series, and then you get like the third element of this bike. And it's all kind of a mess, to be honest. But let's go ahead and just jump right in. Taking a very quick look at the box, which, like I always mention, everyone's favorite part of the review. It's like, you guys aren't even here for me or the toys. It's always about the boxes. Anyway, so I was going to make a joke there, and then I decided not to. Just FYI. So, that was weird. I'm just being weird in this one. Just stop it, Dawson. Damn it. So, the box. You get a picture of the toy out here doing its thing, and that's pretty much typical fare. At the top here, production shot of Houdini and the icon you're getting. Side shot here of Ghost Change Necrom just hanging on his bike, all chill. And then the transformed form. Spoiler alert for the review. And then just shows you how it works and all that fun stuff. Well, sort of fun. But yeah, and then advertises the rest of the line. So pretty typical stuff there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the icon and get that out of the way because we can do the noises and stuff and then we can focus on the bike. So here's the icon. Nothing really spectacular about this icon. Typical icon fare. It's got a nice blue color to it, which is neat. Number 13, Houdini, you have a little sticker there. Cycles through the normal little pictures. You got the face, the attack noise, the camera face that I call it, and then the number. So very basic icon stuff. And now I'm going to put it in the Ghost Driver. I do have it, but I'm not going to put it in Necrom's thingy because it'll just make the same generic ghost noise. But let's do that. You can't see it, but I'm headbanging behind the camera. Okay, so now for its first attack noise. And second. Okay, and that is all she wrote. Typical Ghost Icon stuff, nothing spectacular or unusual or anything of the sort. Thank you. Okay, so now here we have the bike. So the bike functions as a bike. Brilliant point, Dawson. On point. Sell 5. But it's also a ghost change thing. So this idea, I think there's some cool thought behind it, but ultimately I just really don't like it. To be honest, I actually do dig the way the bike looks. I think it looks pretty cool. Just the design of it, the colors, I like the chains around here. I actually really dig the way that the little helmet or head or hood or whatever you want to call it for Houdini makes up the front. It reminds me very much of PR bikes. So I actually do dig the design of the bike itself. I just don't dig what's happening with it. So as a bike, it can do stuff like Bee's bike and roll, and you can bring in Houdini to have him ride on it. Houdini, well, I guess that could be right. You could just bring in, Houdini, just resurrect him real quick, put him on the bike, shrink him. It takes like 5 minutes tops. But you have Spectre riding on it. But because I'm a lazy SOB, I only brought Spectre without his jacket, so you're just getting generic Spectre there. But look, that's how he rides on it. But yeah, obviously that's one of the main functions. You saw him chilling all cool on the box, so I don't need to do anything there. Problem solved. But transformation for this thing is very simple. Just take this piece off, boom, that's done. And then you can fold that up and then just open this up here and you'll see that the little piece right here is the other part of the ghost change. So there's chances might all fall off and stuff while I'm doing it. So, but you take the little hood up here and we're going to bring these down a little bit. There we go, so there'll be shoulders. And you get your typical ghosty stuff here. This doesn't really have much of a face or anything on it though. But when you fold it up there, you can see its compound face, which I'll try to show off more here in a second. But it's going to fit in right on top of here, which I honestly can't remember what order works better, whether putting this on after you have Ghost in there or Spectre in there works. But we'll find out. But I'm already failing miserably. But I'll just keep saying but really weird like that. There's two little pegs up here and you just want to fit it on top of there to sort of complete his ensemble, his ensemble. Let me just get these a little bit more better. But yeah, then we're going to slide Spectre in there after we do that. And I'll just leave them up there for a second. Okay, it's actually the ones behind there. So there's a good chance that's going to fall off when I put them up in there. So let's just look forward to that moment. Let me straighten Spectre out a little bit here. Okay, so you slide them in all typical, and then there you go. Thanks, man. Thanks, Obama. So we'll get that later. We'll just put his jacket on for now. Get the jacket on there, and then we'll... Actually, that went on really quickly without this being a jerk. And then slide that on there. And I guess it does sort of help it. It's not really meant to stay by itself anyway. But the clips here combined with his head being on there definitely helps it out so that you can sort of just get a better grip on and get a grip on reality. All of the grips just happening. So that's basically it. His shoulders can be a little bit more finagled, but yeah, that is this form. Let me see if I can get him to stand. He will sort of stand between Spectre's legs on the figure and then the bike back, as you can see right there. It'll stand, and this is basically the Houdini form, which, this is the thing. Here's the thing. Without this giant bike backpack, I actually really dig the way Houdini's form looks in the show. I just like the way the color works with him, the blue, just the overall jacket chains thing, the helmet. But I don't like the bike backpack, and I don't know the reasoning behind it. I'm not a huge history buff about a lot of eras or anything, so I don't know anything about Houdini other than like what he's known for basically. So I have no idea if bikes have anything to do with him at all. Maybe somebody who's like smarter than me would be like, oh, of course, because remember that famous time Houdini was like marrying a bike or something? I don't know. But I have no idea why they decided to go that route personally. Regardless of whether bikes were important to him, I think it was a mistake design-wise. I just don't like this. It's gimmicky. It looks dumb. But I do dig the way the suit looks without it, and you can take him off of here and just have it by itself. But even without that, the figure kind of looks crappy. These aren't known for their good proportions, and I just think this one suffers from that as well. It just looks odd. The head looks way too big, and while you can see up there in the production shot, which I'll show up in a second, it is kind of harder to see his face, but on the figure, it's even harder to see what his face looks like, which is a bummer. So like overall, I just don't think this thing looks very good. As I said, you can pull it off here and just have it by itself like I like, but I still don't like the way it looks like this. But as for its other mode, you can basically just, here we go, turn it this way and have him riding on top of it. There's two little pegs and you just put it on his feet and he'll do, you know, rider stuff. So yeah, that's what he's doing there. But you can see up there, his face is a little bit harder to see than some of the other ones, but you can still make out the chains. But yeah, like overall, like I said, I think there's some cool ideas. Damn it, Spectre, you're embarrassing me. Say, you're going in the car. But for now, you're staying here because I don't have a car prop for this. I wish I would have brought Trider on so I could put you in it like a timeout. But anyway, I think there's some cool ideas behind some of the concepts here, but overall I feel this set is clunky. It's unfortunate for people that are only collecting icons, because if you really want the deluxe regular release version, you have to get this. It's like, it's kind of okay if you're collecting both, but if you're either or, you kind of stuck with this other piece from something you're not collecting. But yeah, I honestly don't recommend this set unless you really, really, really want the icon. I think the bike mode looks okay on its own. I'm kind of fine with it, but I think just everything about the form, like I hate to have personal opinions like that affect it, but I just don't care for the way the form works in general. But in toy form, it's just not that fun. It's clunky looking. I don't know what they'll do for the figure art, but I guarantee that it'll probably look better, because even without my dislike of the concept and the way that the bike works in the toy, the form still looks very clunky and ill-proportioned. So yeah, overall, easy pass on this clunky set. But that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at WritersRangeRambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.